They've said we'd get another trailer soon. They've said that. And now we've finally gotten another Sword and Shield trailer, and I don't know. I kind of was wanting the new starter evolutions.
I'm Pop News Kid back again for another video, and it's finally the time we get another Sword and Shield trailer to talk about. I've skipped over the last few Pokemon Sword and Shield trailers because I feel like I didn't have to explain everything all over again. You could just go watch the last one and look up all of the new Galar forms that came out. But this time I'm giving a complete list of all of the Pokemon and all of the characters we've met so far in the Galar region. The one from the trailer that came out yesterday, the two Pokemon that came out yesterday and the new things that they discussed. So without further ado, let's get into it, starting with the Pokemon. And at that, the first partner starter Pokemon. Starting off with the starters, we have Sobble, the water Pokemon, a somewhat timid water lizard that shoots out attacks as if it hides itself in the water. The grass-type Grookey, a mischievous chimp Pokemon that is full of boundless curiosity, and Scorbunny, a fire-type rabbit Pokemon that is always running about bursting with energy. And, so we haven't gotten evolutions for these ones yet, but, hopefully when we do get evolutions, they'll be good and you can be able to decide which Pokemon you finally want to choose for your first partner in Pokemon Sword and Shield.
So, we also have the Pokemon Corviknight, a cool raven-type bird. The Pokemon Dreadnought, a water rock type. Morpeko, a Pokemon that can actually switch types depending on its form. It can be either electric or dark type, just like its signature move. Wooloo, the sheep Pokemon. Gossifleur, the cool grass type that evolves into Eldegoss. Roly-Coly, a pun Pokemon that's based off of coal. Duraludon, sorry, I was saying that wrong in the last one. A cool steel dragon, Yamper, an electric corgi, and, yeah, that's about it. Among one of these Pokemon is the Pokemon Alcremie, a kind of like cream type, like dessert Pokemon that comes in many different flavors, and they're like supposed to be popular among cooks. Alcremie also has a Gigantamax form. We also have the legendary Pokemon Zacian, exclusive to Sword, and Zamazenta, exclusive to Shield. Not much has also been released on these Pokemon. It's just their names and what they look like. One of the newest Pokemon they just revealed yesterday is Cramorant, a water flying type that's just like Ducklet, and also it has a cool ability, Gulp Missile, and I look forward to maybe using one of these as Corviknight's late game. So, one of the newest trailers revealed the Pokemon Poltegeist, a cute little ghost type living inside a teapot. Me personally, if you didn't already know, I love ghost types. I'm looking forward to using a Mimikyu in this playthrough, but this has me tied for the ghost type I want to use on my playthrough. Obviously, I'm going to use either Mimikyu or this one, but which one will it be? I don't know yet, but I love Poltegeist, and its name is also a pun too, which kind of shocks me. We have the brand new Galar forms in the form of Galar Zigzagoon, Galar Linoon, two of my all-time favorite Hoenn Pokemon, and its new evolution that only Galar Linoon can evolve into and not regular Linoon, Obstagoon. It's a pretty cool line. I might use it. We also have Galar Weezing, but for some reason it's Poison Fairy. And I don't see the fairy in this because its hat is literally a giant factory. Can someone show me the fairy in this? I mean, I know it spits out clean air, unlike normal Weezing, but fairy?
Let's move on to the characters of the Galar region now that we're all done with the new Pokemon, starting with the one you will play as, the main character. Hence the name. Main character. I really need to start with the main character. This is the male, this is the female. So these are the two characters you'll start out by playing in the Galar region. At the beginning, you can pick like your hairstyle, your not your hairstyle, your hair color, your skin tone, your eye color, all of that stuff at the beginning of the game. And you can actually change how you want to look later on in the game once you get to like a salon or a clothing shop. Anyway, yeah. The main character will get the choice between all three starters before Hop will decide. Hop, your main rival, will decide the next one. You will play as this character, and you can create your very own league card, which is basically a fancy way for saying like a get-to-know-you card in Pokemon. Which brings us to our next one. Our rival, Hop, is the main rival in this game. He's been your neighbor for a long time, so kind of like pretty much every other rival in the Pokemon games. And he starts his journey with the starter that you have a strength against. For example, if you decided you wanted to pick Sobble, he will pick Scorbunny because water is weak to fire. If you decided you wanted to pick Scorbunny, he'll pick Grookey because fire beats grass. And if you decided you wanted to go with the fellow monkey Grookey, he will pick Sobble because grass beats fire. Yeah, but I think you get the point. Champion of the Galar region and Hop's older brother, it's Leon. And the champion of the Galar region uses his super cool Charizard and is always there to cheer you on. And of course, he's the champion of the Galar region and Hop's older brother, and Hop wants to be just like him when he grows up. And Leon has several rivals among you, as all of your rivals want to aim to become champion along with you. Marnie is one of your next rivals, and she is actually the one with like the competitive yet calm and relaxed side. She has a lot of followers in the form of Team Yell, the team running for the worst name and worst outfits in all of Galar. They want nothing more than to distract you during battle so Marnie can beat you and finally become champion. They'll do anything in order for their idol Marnie to become champion. They don't even care about themselves. They care about Marnie because everyone knows Marnie's the best. Wink. Professor Magnolia is the professor of the Galar region, and she studies the Dynamax phenomenon, and she is the professor that's in your hometown at the start of the game in Sword and Shield. Sonia is the granddaughter of the professor and Leon's childhood friend. Sorry, couldn't read that from the script. She will give you helpful advice along the journey. Also, my handwriting is really terrible. Bede is a rival who wants to become champion and is actually endorsed by Chairman Rose. So, like, Chairman Rose actually sponsors Bede. But he also seems to have other plans as well. Yeah, Bede and Chairman Rose are probably both evil. But who is Chairman Rose exactly? Well, the Gym Challenge and the Champions Cup is run by a committee, and that committee is run by Chairman Rose, which basically means he's basically the president or the king of the Galar region. Or more like, he just runs all of the Pokemon battles in the Galar region. Oleana is Rose's secretary, and she's actually the one that gets most of the work done around the office. So I'm going to guess that Chairman Rose is going to be a big, mean dude, and Oleana is going to get mad at him because he doesn't do anything and takes all the credit for everything that she does. And Chairman Rose endorses Bede, and Oleana doesn't agree with that because she knows that Bede. Yeah, I have a lot of this planned out in my head. For the gym leaders, Milo is the grass type. Nessa is the water type, Bee is the fighting type, but she's actually exclusive to sword version, and Alistair is exclusive to shield version, and he uses the ghost type. I find it really cool that they decided to bring in version exclusive gym leaders among version exclusive Pokemon.
I find that really cool. Camping is like the new Pokemon Refresh or Pokemon and Me. It's the way to raise your Pokemon's friendship and cook curry to also raise their friendship. I'm confused on what curry actually does. Anyway, curry can be made with up to 4 players, so it's kind of like one of those multiplayer mini games like the max raid battles you can do in Sword and Shield. Yeah, that's my guess. It's just Pokemon Refresh with Pokeblocks. Sorry, I forgot what and Poffins too. Pokemon can Gigantamax, like Alcremie, Corviknight, and Dreadnought, but every Pokemon in the regional decks can Dynamax as far as I'm aware of. And that's everything we know so far in Pokemon Sword and Pokemon Shield. Kind of. For watching this video, if you haven't already, check out some of my other videos, my Marvel, Pokemon, Star Wars. Those are kind of popular. I'm gonna have a new Star Wars video probably coming soon in the future, and thanks, I will see you all later. Team Yell.